I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men know the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men north of rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. What did I just do with my other phone? Bear with me for a sec. Gonna have to grab my dog in a minute. Welcome in, everyone. So, I think everybody knows what happened yesterday, but for those of you that that don't. Let me see if I can just move this and do this quickly. I can. Before we watch this, though, let me say this. That somebody can make this all stop right now. Judge Doug Metcalf has the anti-SLAPP motion. He can take immediate action. Nothing is preventing him from taking action right now. So I just want that to be known. Yesterday he made the point of saying, okay, he didn't have jurisdiction. All right, well, Lane's been arraigned now. He's got the anti-SLAPP motion. And we're going to go through that whole thing. So we all can be on the same page, and we all can appreciate the gravity of what's actually happening here. So let's watch this arraignment here. But just some food for thought before we go into it. And this is John Stuart Mill in 1867. Let not anyone pacify his conscience by the delusion that he can do no harm if he takes no part and forms no opinion. Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men should look on and do nothing. He is not a good man who, without a protest, allows wrong to be committed in his name, and with the means which he helps to supply, because he will not trouble himself to use his mind on the subject.
Rachel, you go out the door, stay with me.
Good evening. Can I please have your full name?
Yes, sir. Lane Jeffrey Myers.
Good evening, Mr. Myers. You are here on charges of aggravated harassment. 3 charges of aggravated harassment alleged to have occurred between on or about March 13th
Does that mean he's here?
and March 17th. I understand the private counsel is present on the line.
No, Your Honor, I'm OCAC. I was appointed to his earlier case and surprised at being arrested in court today. Given the situation, that's why I got approval from OCAC to appear this evening, assuming I will be appointed on this one as well.
Yeah, okay. So I will point you to this matter as well. Mr. Parvin, is that good?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, reviewed the pretrial services assessment, state's recommendation.
Your Honor, Rachel Stiles for the state. Your Honor, he is on felony release. He was released on the 14th of this month to pretrial services. He has 2 of the offenses are felony offenses alleged to have been committed while on felony release. So for that reason, we would ask for him to be held without bond. That's pursuant to Article 2, Section 22, and we would request a no bond hearing to be set.
Your Honor.
And Mr. Parvin, go ahead.
Yes, first of all, I was just looking online. It said charging alternate correction. I don't know if the complaint's been filed. I was just only looking at the website, so I wasn't sure if the actual complaint was entered yet or the charge. But regards to that, Mr. Myers, none of these offenses are violent. They would be bailable as a matter of right if they're all filed at the same time. Mr. Myers has never missed court. And in fact, this is kind of gotten media attention where there's numerous people posting about it. It's not maybe even across the world based on a YouTube channel. There's multiple people that are making videos. It's not Mr. Myers. That is the problem. The state keeps accusing Mr. Myers of felonies that he didn't do if he's not the one who made the video. That's what the trial is for. Next Friday, the court set an evidentiary hearing next Friday on whether Mr. Myers, in fact, violated any release conditions or did anything the state's alleging now. It was quite a surprise to be picked up on new charges when we have this hearing next Friday to determine whether there's any basis or not. With that in mind, Your Honor, Mr. Myers also got permission to proceed pro se for that hearing. He needs to prepare for that hearing where the state's going to present videos and evidence next Friday. It's already set. There's no threats of violence or anything. Mr. Myers is not a threat to anyone. There's no reason why he can't be released. And then go to this hearing on Friday. And if the state proves their case on Friday, where there's more likely than not for a purpose of that evidentiary hearing that these offenses were committed, then yes, at that time, Mr. Myers can be brought into custody next Friday. But if they can't, well, that's the real problem. And certainly right now, Your Honor, it's given the fact there's no violence alleged, and there's so many people involved here on YouTube and doing things, and Mr. Myers may or may not even know about. It's not really fair to keep him in custody, Your Honor, when he's gone to every single court date. He hasn't missed anything. He submitted his own motions explaining why he thinks this case is unfair to him. All we're asking for, Your Honor, is to maintain the current hearing of next Friday where this all gets settled, and then Mr. Myers be released with any conditions the court determines, maybe obviously no contact with the victim. That's not going to happen. Given the situation, maybe the court for at least 1 week could order Mr. Myers no participating in any YouTube videos, whether it's his own or a third-party video, just no doing interviews, at least for 1 week. I think it'll be okay, Mr. Myers, until we get that hearing next Friday. That way, if anything does happen, we know it's not Mr. Myers doing it. And that's what I think would be fair, Your Honor, if you offer release conditions, because even though there is an alleged felony on pretrial release, if you look at the standard, you have to find there's enough evidence right now that it's a great likelihood where the felony was committed before you can make it non-bailable.
So, Your Honor, Rachel Stiles, again, that is not correct. The court does not have discretion tonight to do anything other than to hold him no bond. He is then entitled to a no bond hearing. And then at that hearing, then the state will put on the evidence to meet the standard. So for tonight's purposes, it's just that he is alleged to have now committed new felonies while on felony release. So a no bond hearing must be set.
That's not what the rule says for initial appearance, though. The court at least says to find probable cause and go into the bail requirements.
It does.
I'm looking at this, at least the court has at least find sort of the probable cause for the complaint, whatever evidence is presented. And then let's go into the next rule on right to release. And that's where it says the court can do that. It has to at least have some evidence why Mr. Myers would be a danger. The court still has to find a reason why he needs to be held up on tonight.
Yes. The court has.
All right. Thank you both. Identify probable cause to believe that one or more of the offenses has been committed. I will grant the state's request to hold the defendant without bond, set a no bond hearing for March 25th at 2:30 in the afternoon. Mr. Parvins, you are appointed as counsel.
What time is it? Is it March 25th?
March the 25th at 2:30 in the afternoon, sir.
Okay, that's should barely work.
Why the delay?
Thanks for being flexible, sir.
Being
That's it for
flexible,
tonight,
that's-
Mr. Parvins. You're excused. Mr. Meyer, you're also
Yeah,
excused.
that was yesterday. So that's 5 days away. You know what I mean? Seems a little ridiculous to me. So, what I'm gonna say right now, I don't know if it's completely accurate. This is what Lane told me prior to yesterday's hearing because he knew this was gonna happen. That you heard the judge there. He said.
The court still has to find a reason why.
He says, "I'm gonna find
The
probable
court still has to find
cause,"
a
right?
he needs to be helped up on.
The court has,
Thank you both. I did find probable cause to believe that.
So he did find probable cause to believe, but and again, I could be wrong, my understanding was that they would actually have a discussion about the probable cause, that he would be able to challenge the validity of the probable cause during this arraignment because of the risk of being incarcerated, right? The risk of taking a man's freedom away. Like, I know that to the Walkers and to Rachel and to Conover, putting somebody in jail is no big deal. They do it every day. They love it. But that's not the way that's outrageous. So no bond until the 25th. And as far as I know, I could be wrong. As far as I know, there's only one person that can do anything about it, and that's Judge Metcalf, because Judge Metcalf has this in his possession, right? And I was reading something earlier. See if I left it open. All right, Arizona amended its anti-SLAPP law in May of 2022 to protect all lawful exercises of First Amendment rights, including the rights of free speech and free press. Arizona revised statute annotated 12-751A 2022. The amendments, which took effect on September 24, 2022, marked a substantial expansion of the law's scope. Previously, Arizona's anti-SLAPP law only protected against SLAPP suits brought in retaliation for exercise of one's right to petition the government, such as participating in a referendum or submitting statements to a government proceeding. Arizona revised statute annotated 12-751 1 through 2, 12-752A 2019. To invoke the amended statute's protections, the SLAPP defendant must file a motion to dismiss or quash the suit within 60 days. Arizona revised statute annotated 12-751 AD 2022. However, the defendant must also demonstrate that the case against them was substantially motivated by desire to deter, retaliate against, or prevent the lawful exercise of a constitutional right. ID 12-751B. This restrictive requirement is new to the amended statute. A plaintiff is not required to respond to the anti-SLAPP motion, and discovery is not paused unless and until the court finds that the defendant has made a prima facie showing. 12-751BE. If the court finds that the defendant has shown that the case against them was improperly motivated, it must grant the defendant's anti-SLAPP motion unless the plaintiff meets a certain criteria. If the plaintiff is not a state actor, can anybody tell me? Is there anybody involved in any of these cases that are not state actors? Anybody? Is anybody involved in this not a state actor? Tell me the only person involved in this that's not a state actor? Oh, wait. Thank you very much, Cynthia. Welcome in, everyone. I'm sorry. Today is going to be a little discombobulated. Dad. He is, you know. I mean, he's certainly behaving as if he is one. I'll say that. So the only person that I'm not seeing it. Yeah. Randy. Randy's right. Yup. Mitten State Media's got it. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yup. That's right. Lane. Lane is the only one that's not a state actor. All right, before we... did I finish this? Do I need to go? Yeah, I do need to finish this. If a plaintiff is a state actor, they must show that their claims are justified by clearly established law, that they did not, in fact, act to deter, retaliate against, or prevent the defendant's exercise of constitutional rights. Now, how likely is that? How great is the possibility that the state actor is going to be able to show that their claims are justified by clearly established law, that they did not, in fact, act to deter, retaliate against, or prevent the defendant's exercise of constitutional rights? Where is he right now? Where's Lane? Anybody know where Lane is? Where's Lane at? We just watched a video. That looked like the Pima County Detention Center. So, are his rights deterred by the fact that he's sitting in jail? I'm just wondering. You know? Exactly. He's been kidnapped again. If the plaintiff is a state actor, they must show that their claims are justified by clearly established law, and that they did not, in fact, act to deter, retaliate against, or prevent the defendant's exercise of constitutional rights. A higher bar, although not in this case. In this case, the bar might as well be lying on the floor. One must only walk over the bar, making it easier to win the anti-SLAPP motions against the government. In making this determination, the court may hold an evidentiary hearing or consider the plaintiff's complaint, the anti-SLAPP motion, and the sworn statements containing facts on which the assertions in those documents are based. If the anti-SLAPP defendant prevails on his motion to dismiss or quash, the court may, but is no longer required under the amended law, to award the defendant their costs and attorney fees. Conversely, if the court finds that the motion to dismiss or quash was frivolous or brought solely to delay the proceedings, it shall award costs and attorney fees to the prevailing plaintiff. That's an impossibility in this case. If the court finds that the defendant has shown the case was improperly motivated, the court's decision granting or denying the anti-SLAPP motion can be immediately appealed. The appeal will be expedited unless an appeals court rule or decision provides otherwise. ID 12-2101 A5 E 22-261C. These provisions do not apply if the court finds the defendant failed to show the case was improperly motivated. Well, good luck. But let's be clear. There's one person that can take immediate action on this right now. His name is the Honorable Douglas Metcalf. So, you know, we'll go over the hearing, the first hearing from yesterday. I didn't find the judge unreasonable, right? I thought that he could have said to the state, Miss Stiles, are they standing out there to arrest him? You know, she can't say, oh, I don't know. I mean, the indictment would come from her, right? So she doesn't get to stand on that bullshit. This totally corrupt prosecutor. I'm gonna just bring it back down a notch or two. All right, so this was filed yesterday morning. So it's in the judge. Actually, before we do that, before we get into it, because it's going to take us a little while. Let's see. Does everybody know how to reach out and contact Lane? Does everybody know how to leave a voicemail for him? I left a voicemail for him yesterday. We'll listen to the rest of what I sent him. I could only send him the beginning. My message was, you're only allowed 2 minutes. But this is what I sent him. This is the balance of what I sent him.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
So, that's right. All right. Guys, and I'm for real on this one. If I have your address, send me an email, lettersofocean@gmail.com. If I've got your address, I'm sending Christmas cards out this year. I'm sending Christmas cards out. All right. So I think he's had about 24 hours to read this anti-SLAPP. That's the number if we want to shoot. We'll give Lane a call a little later. How about that? I'm not sure. It's what there? It's 11 here. Okay. Yeah, we'll give Lane a call a little later. We'll leave him a voicemail a little later. Actually, hold on. I gotta check something. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck, folks? All right. So that's how you get in touch with Lane. So there's the information there. Let me put the this in here. So in the description for this video, guys, there's all kinds of contact information. Please be respectful, but please, they think that everything's just gonna stop because Lane's in jail. So, you know, we need to make it abundantly clear that things are the overwhelming the Shannon Walker videos are about to be overwhelming, because we're gonna dissect, in case we haven't done it enough, we're gonna dissect every single lie that she's told, because that's essentially what all this is about, right? It's about her perjury, and her husband, and his he's just a dirty prosecutor, right? And they think that people are just gonna lie down, and you know what? Maybe most people would. Maybe most people would lie down. But not Lane Jeffrey Myers. He's not going to lie down. So, let's get into this anti-SLAPP. Please, if you care about Lane, send emails, make phone calls, be respectful. What is being done, everyone? If you don't recognize, or you are in favor of what is being done to Lane, I think you're sick. First of all, we'll start there. Wanting another person in a cage, for what? For what? I'm not entirely sure for what. For some videos, for a U-turn where you yelled out the window, "Shannon, where are you?" You went to city council and booed. You went to O'Reilly's and you just tried to get some exhaust bolts for your car. But the employee behind the counter wanted to be a passive aggressive prick. And that's on you. You know, that's your fault. That was the coolest I think I'd ever seen Lane. You know what I mean? The coolest I'd ever seen Lane is when he was talking to Jordy. So, you know, you want him in a cage, right? And you say, "Oh, well, he had it coming to him. He, you know, maybe I'll just get into this anti-SLAPP motion instead. It's probably a better idea. How's the chat doing? Chat doing good? Welcome in, everyone. Dolores, tag Sassy NWC. I think I saw a couple mods. It's gonna be a long day, mods. I don't expect that you're gonna be able to hang in there for the long haul, but I do appreciate whatever service you have. What's 762 saying for one voicemail and for one? So yeah, that was the original injunction was over one voicemail. I'm not sure if it was how many emails it was. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But we can, after this anti-SLAPP's over, how about we'll go through the court audio. That's right, Liberty Troll. He's sitting in a jail cell, so, you know, for you, I would, where the hell were you? Where was that? I don't know where it was. It wasn't close though, but we gotta stand up, guys. There has to be a point where we say, okay, enough's enough, and I might not like Lane. I might not like the way he behaves or speaks or whatever, but you want him to be in a jail cell? That's what you want? You want him in a jail cell for speech. You know what that means then, right? Yeah, I mean, hopefully you're not so dumb that you don't recognize what that means. It means that whatever he said, they will lock you up too. It doesn't even need to be as bad. They will lock you up too. There's no conscience on these people. They went home and there's no conscience on these people. It's completely and utterly disgusting. Pima County Superior Court. The State of Arizona versus Lane Jeffrey Myers. Motion to dismiss pursuant to ARS 12-751. Defendant Myers moves this court to dismiss this action pursuant to Arizona's anti-SLAPP law ARS 12-751 for the reasons set forth herein. SLAPP stands for Strategic Action Against Public Participation, ARS 12-751. Introduction. The ARS 12-751 defines legal action for the purposes of this statute as including any criminal prosecution except for drug trafficking offense, including in Title 13, Chapter 34 or 34.1, a riot or serious offense or violence or aggravated felony as defined in Section 13-706 ARS 12-751 J1A 2. Is that how that's, or is it II? I don't know. The charges Mr. Myers is facing do not fall into any of the exemptions to the statute's application. Therefore, the anti-SLAPP law clearly applies to this case. As recently as February 2025, Maricopa County Superior Court Judge Sam Myers applied Arizona's anti-SLAPP law to criminal prosecution involving fake electors. Arizona's anti-SLAPP law was amended in 2022 to explicitly apply to criminal prosecutions. A plain reading of the statutes on its face, as well as the unique facts and circumstances of this prosecution, indicate that this matter is precisely what the legislature likely envisioned when enacting the anti-SLAPP law. Most prosecutions for violations of injunctions against harassment involve family law disputes. This case is different. Factual history. And guys, if you don't want to listen to me, in the description there's a link to the anti-SLAPP motion. It's there for you. That way you can read it yourself. You don't have to hear me read it. Share it far and wide. Share it with anybody in the news. Share it with everybody. Share it with your grandma. share it with your kids, share it with everybody. Everybody needs to see this. This is what courage looks like. Okay? This is what a patriot looks like. Open your eyes, guys. Share it. Mr. Myers is an investigative journalist for Freedom Productions, LLC, who covers local stories related to public employees in Pima County. For the past 9 months, Freedom Productions has been investigating and covering apparent corruption at Tucson City Court, Pima County Justice Court, Pima County Superior Court, and at the City of Tucson Prosecutor and the Pima County Attorney. Mr. Myers' reporting has also focused on the relationship between the University of Arizona Law School and local courts and prosecutor offices. While being unlawfully charged for booing at a Tucson City Court meeting, Mr. Myers began investigating the City of Tucson prosecutor Matt Walker. Mr. Myers quickly discovered that Matt Walker has a video on the AAPAC website where he tells prosecutors how to weaponize disclosure and railroad innocent defendants. Mr. Myers made a news video showing that website. On that website, which is public information, Matt Walker lists his biography, including his wife, Shannon Walker. From a Google search, Mr. Myers learned that Walker was, at the time, the director of special projects at the University of Arizona Law School. State actor. State actor. Ms. Walker is a state employee employed by the state of Arizona, a state actor. Mr. Myers called Mrs. Walker on her publicly listed phone number and left a voicemail asking if she could help him with a special project as a pro se litigant in Tucson court. Mr. Myers left a single voicemail on Ms. Walker's work phone, which is listed on the university website, which encourages people to call if they have questions. Mrs. Walker sought an injunction against Mr. Myers based on this single contact, which served a legitimate purpose, was not an act of harassment, and which was not a series of acts. All right, we're just gonna pause there for 1 second, and we're gonna listen to that. We're gonna listen to that phone call because we got everything. Everything. We have everything, and you're not going to be able to hide it because we have everything. And everybody else has everything too because it's open source. They're on YouTube for everyone to go ahead and download, and please share far and wide.
You have reached Shannon Walker, Director of Special Projects at the James E. Rogers College of Law. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I have a chance. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Lane Myers, 520-771-2021. I see you're Director of Special Projects. Well, I'd like to ask if you could approve a special project where you help me end your husband's career for being a crooked-ass cop, prosecutor, wannabe, whatever he is, hiding these cops from prosecution. I figured the U of A, maybe Stacy could help me. Maybe I should talk to you or Stacy or maybe one of these. Because, you know, my wife also is an alumni of the College of Law and is actually has taught there. So, like, we got two sides that are about to come crashing together here. So, you can help me teach your husband how to follow the law, or I'm going to take his career. So I figured since I'm a member of the community and my wife's an alumni of the law school, that maybe I could get access to the materials at the law school in order to fight for justice, since Stacy's all about justice. So I guess I got to call Stacy next.
All right. Was that a crime? Did he threaten her? Was that a crime? It's a serious question, right? I mean, that's why we're here, right? That's why that's why this is happening. So was that a crime? He actually talked to Stacy Jane. Welcome in, Michael. No crime. I pinned right there some contact info. Send him an email. I think he's had 24 hours to read. Shoot. He's had 24 hours to read this, so I don't know, man. All right. So, Mr. Myers' investigation into judicial proceedings underlying Miss Walker's injunction revealed what Mr. Myers describes as corruption. Getting those spam calls from a area code I want to answer numbers from. All right. Mrs. Walker's injunction reveal what Mr. Myers describes as corruption. Mr. Myers' investigation showing that during Mrs. Walker's testimony before Judge Dawn Weiland on October 9th, 2024, Mrs. Walker alleged multiple acts or contacts by Mr. Myers that did not occur. In other words, Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Mrs. Walker lied under oath to obtain an injunction against him. Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Judge Weiland did not probe or question Miss Walker's testimony. Mrs. Walker and Judge Weiland laughed and joked during the hearing. Judge Weiland declined to order the removal of Mr. Myers' YouTube videos, but issued an injunction against harassment against Mr. Myers based on Mrs. Walker's false testimony. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what? Like I said a second ago, we've got everything. Look at this one, just sitting on it. They're just sitting on it. They don't want me to have it. Usually they produce these audios instantly. For some reason they're holding that one back. Alright, so what do you say? The 9th. That'll be this one.
Okay, this is case C 2024-6055. The plaintiff is Shannon Walker and the defendant is Lane Myers.
So I do want to say one additional thing. The Pima County Superior Court, they purposely hid this audio from us for months. Okay? For months. But we knew it existed, right? We knew it existed because we're not dumb, all right? And we can follow things, right? But they tried to say that this was sealed, that this was under a seal, but that's all lies. It's just more lies from the court. But we're supposed to, let's put our faith and our trust. Let's just put our faith and our trust in it, right? Honorable Douglas Metcalf. Just let the process play out, right?
Ms. Walker, this is a time and place set to hear an injunction against harassment. Ms. Walker, could you please stand and raise your right hand? My clerk's going to swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
There's the first lie.
So,
can we count the lies,
thank
everyone?
you.
Let's count the lies. Let's start with that one.
Harassment.
I swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Liar.
So,
how about this? Can somebody in the chat help me out? Can we open up a note or a Word document or something, and let's put, can we record and put timestamps for each lie? Because we're 11 seconds into the hearing, and the first lie has already occurred. Jita, up in the pinned comment is the contact information. I believe that Bad Apple Media, Oakland County, is not a good county. From what I've heard, Arizona is a police state. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. I start reading the chat and want to get in there. But anyway, can somebody help me out? Is that Sassy saying they can help me, or somebody? Times the first lie occurs.
stand and raise your right hand. My clerk's
Yes.
going to swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
She just said yes, that she would not lie. 11/25/27. 11/25/27 is our first lie. Thank you very much.
So, thank you. First off, can you state your first and last name for the record and spell them, please?
Shannon Walker, SHANNON WALKER.
Okay. So, Ms. Walker, I'm going to be asking you some questions about the allegations that you've made in your petition here.
Okay.
I'm also going to ask you some questions about guns. Now, I don't want you to think that I have some super secret information back here. I have no information at all regarding the defendant or anything. These are statutorily required. And so if I ask you a question, don't think I know something that, because I don't.
Understood.
I've only got what you've given me here in front of us.
course.
So, and I've read through the allegations here and I'm a little confused. What is going on?
So I work at the College of Law. My spouse, who is with me, Matt Walker, is a prosecutor for the city of Tucson. Mr. Myers is a defendant in a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start harassing me because he discovered that we are married.
All right, well, let's dissect that. Let's dissect that and get the exact timestamp, because that sounded like a lie to me.
For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start
So is it right there? I mean, is it right? Seriously, is it right there?
for some reason.
For some reason. So for some reason, 11/26/38. 11/26/38 is the second lie. And why is it a lie?
in a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason,
For some reason. She knows the reason. He left a voicemail that explained the reason. So she could have had her voicemail transcribe it, and she could have handed it over and said the truth, right? She could have said, Mr. Myers wants to know if you can help with, if she can help with a special project, right? You don't have to lie, right? You don't have to tell a lie, Shannon.
Myers has chosen to start harassing me.
Chosen to start harassing you. We're going to call that a lie.
For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start harassing me.
Chosen to start harassing you. 11/26/41. 11/26/41. Chosen to start harassing you. I believe at this point he's sent one voicemail. That's harassing. Okay.
Because he discovered that we are married. It's primarily been through YouTube videos that he...
Is that a lie? Is it a lie to say that you're harassed through YouTube videos? What if you didn't watch it? What if you just didn't watch the YouTube video? Would you still be harassed?
It's primarily been through YouTube videos that he makes about me, where he shares my contact information and YouTube videos that he makes about me, where he shares my contact information and encourages his 8,000 plus YouTube channel.
What do you guys think?
Discovered that we are married. It's primarily been through YouTube videos that...
Okay, I don't think that you can be harassed. I think that's a lie. I think that is disingenuous to say that I'm being harassed by YouTube videos. What's the YouTube video doing? Is it jumping out of the phone and slapping you in the face? Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening here? 11/26/49. 11/26/49. You can't be harassed by a YouTube video. Okay? Unless the YouTube video is calling for violence. Unless that's happening, I don't... Nobody wanted that up there, but whatever. Where is it though? Ooh, I didn't even send it to myself, did I? Thought I'd be able to find it faster, so oh well. Oh well, we can't segue into that. But anyway, you can't be harassed by a YouTube video. Nobody's calling for violence, right? Nobody's calling for any violence, Shannon. Anybody know where you can find stuff that you've clipped? Probably not.
Either way, I have the right to question you. And you can't weaponize the fake court like you and your husband, or like Stacy and your husband, all that shit. It's not gonna work. You're just gonna get sued. So, public employee, public scrutiny. Welcome to the real world. It's called. It's when you're an adult, you have to deal with scrutiny. Right to free press. I want to ask you. You can indicate guilt. I'm giving you a chance to say, hey, I know it looks wild what's happening, but that's not true. But instead you want to run and hide. That's fine. You have that right. I'm not going to hurt you. I don't have nothing. But in a working capacity, I am going to, attempt to get a quote from you. And if you don't want to give a quote, then just say you don't want to give a quote. But either way, I have the right to question you. And you can't weaponize the fake court like you and your husband, or like Stacy and your husband, all that shit. It's not.
All right, so she can't be harassed by a YouTube video, okay? Nobody wants to hurt you, Shannon. You clearly want to hurt Lane. It's obvious that you are an evil, evil, evil woman that wants to do harm to Lane. But nobody wants to do harm to you. I don't want to see harm done to you.
He makes about me where he shares my contact information and encourages his 8,000 plus YouTube channel followers to contact me and also harass me. He also has contacted me directly through phone calls. He calls me, I do not answer, but leaves voicemails that are threatening.
Is that true? Is that the truth? There were a couple there. We're going to have to unpack this one.
Directly and also harass me. He also has contacted me directly through phone calls, contacted me directly through phone call.
Okay. Somebody with more brains than me might be able to help me with this one. Admittedly, I'm an idiot. But maybe somebody else can help me out.
He also has contacted me directly.
If you've contacted someone directly, what does that imply? What does that imply? Sassy, we have to, before we get to the timestamp, we have to make sure, because I think there's more than one lie here. So we have to be precise.
Also harass me. He also has contacted me directly through phone calls. He calls me. I do.
Okay. Contacts me directly. If you have direct contact with someone, that means that you've spoken to them. Direct contact. Direct contact. Direct contact isn't a voicemail. That's not direct. That's you listening to your voicemail. That's not direct. That's indirect, right? So that's a lie. Let's get the timestamp for you.
To me and also harass me. He also has contacted me directly.
Contacted me directly. 11/27/04. 11/27/04. 11/27/04. He has not contacted you directly. He sent you a voicemail. One single voicemail. Remember, this is October 9th. Okay? This is October 9th. This isn't This is October 9th.
Through phone calls. He calls me. I do not answer, but leaves voicemails that are
Does he leave voicemails
threatening.
that are threatening? Does he? Chat. Help me out, chat. Does he leave voicemails that are threatening? Bad Apple Media, I think you might be mistaken on this specific case. One thing you'll need to realize is pro se litigant must behave like one of them. He hasn't, so they're forcing him to let the mouthpiece take over for him. He was granted his pro se motion yesterday, and I haven't in front of Metcalf. In front of Metcalf, I have not seen Lane act any type of way that would, in my opinion, right? This whole thing is about my opinion, right? There's some facts. We're talking about the facts. Those are facts, but over the top is my opinion, right? So I'll just politely disagree with you there. All right, let's get the times. That wasn't the timestamp, was it?
Also harass me. He 1,000+ YouTube channel followers to contact me and also harass me. He also has contacted me directly through phone calls. He calls me. I do not answer, but leaves voicemails that are.
Is that 2 lies? Okay, voicemails. We're gonna break it up. Sorry, Shannon. Sorry, no fucking grace for you today, Shannon. You'll get no grace from us. No fucking grace. This is 2 lies. Well, before maybe it would have just been 1 lie. No, bitch. 2 lies. 11/27/11. 11/27/11.
He calls me. I do not answer, but leaves voicemails.
Voicemails is plural. He's left 1 voicemail. 1 voicemail. Liar. You're a fucking liar. You wonder why people are upset at you, Shannon? We're how far are we in? We're 3 minutes in. Sassy, what are we up to? How many lies? Tell me, how many lies are we up to? Exactly, Lawrence. Exactly. What are we up to? 6. 6 lies. (11/27/11). We're 3 minutes into the hearing, and we're at 6 lies. Okay, Shannon, cool story.
Yes.
You solemnly swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You solemnly swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Dirty cunt. Three minutes in, lying her ass off. Okay. Okay, Shannon. You've got tons of integrity. Yeah. This is just the first judge.
Leaves voicemails that are threatening.
That are threatening. Lie. That was 1 second apart from the last lie. She told 2 lies in 2 seconds. 11/27/12. Another lie. Didn't threaten you. Didn't threaten you, bitch.
And I think that's kind of the basic overview of how we came into contact.
Oh, the basic overview of how you came into contact? That's a fucking lie. What do you mean the basic overview of how you came in contact? He sent you a voicemail that specifically laid out why he was contacting you. What? Huh? What?
Okay, and this appears...
And I think that's kind of the basic overview of how we came into contact.
Okay, and
the basic overview of how we came into contact.
11/27/21. That's not the basic overview of how you came into contact. One, you haven't been in contact, bitch. He sent you a fucking voicemail. You haven't been in contact. Did you return his call or something? No, you didn't. You haven't been in contact. That's another lie. 11/27/21. Okay, we're supposed to believe you, right, Shannon? So this is what we're talking about. Mr. Myers' investigation into judicial proceedings underlying Mrs. Walker's injunction revealed that Mr. Myers describes as corruption. Mr. Myers' investigation showed that during Mrs. Walker's testimony before Dawn Weiland on October 9th, Mrs. Walker alleged multiple acts or contacts by Mr. Myers that did not occur. In other words, Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Mrs. Walker lied under oath to obtain an injunction against him. Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Dawn Weiland did not probe or question Mrs. Walker's testimony. Mrs. Walker and Judge Weiland laughed and joked during the hearing. Judge Weiland declined to order the removal of Mr. Myers' YouTube videos, but issued an injunction against harassment against Mr. Myers based on Mrs. Walker's false testimony. Are we supposed to be cool with that? Shannon? Are we supposed to act like that didn't happen? Huh?
Okay, and this has been going on, looks like for about the last month.
Correct.
That's what's happening here, because I'm seeing that things started in September of this year.
Correct.
And
I think September 12th was the
it's the
first.
first date you have down here,
Mhm.
and posting video on his YouTube. And so, okay, and then he is leaving you actual personal voicemails on your cell phone. Is this also taking place at work, or?
It's not my cell phone. It is my work line,
It's your work line,
which is
okay.
listed on the College of Law's website. And in the voicemails, he has and in the voicemails, Law's website. And in the voicemails, he has said and in the voicemails, he
11/28/04. Voicemail. 1. Singular voicemail. Not voicemails, Shannon. Not voicemails. Voicemail. Bad Apple, send it to me. Send me an email with the complaint. I'll read it. I love reading stuff like that. I love a winner, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what we're here for, right? Guys, we need to take massive action. Massive action.
have reached the desk of Gina Swecker, JAA to the Honorable Douglas Metcalf, Division 16 at Pima County Superior Court. I am unable to take your call at this time, so please leave your name, phone number, case number, and a brief message, and your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hey Gina, you guys have had that anti-SLAPP motion for about 24 hours now. I just, we got an innocent man sitting in a jail cell over it. It seems like a pretty cut and dry case, pretty obvious. And we're just looking at like the very first count, and we're up to Shannon Walker telling, probably 10 lies, and we're not even 5 minutes into the hearing. She perjures herself, and he's sitting in a jail cell. But you've got that anti-SLAPP. You can take action right now. What's being done to him is a miscarriage of justice. We need honorable judges, Mr. Metcalf. We need them desperately. Please, sir, we need honorable, ethical judges, or stuff like this is permissible. And it is not permissible, sir. It is not permissible. Thank you, Luke. Thank you very much. I had it up there. But please, guys, reach out to Lane, too. You can send him a voicemail. That's the phone number. And you got to put a couple bucks on your account or whatever so you can make calls, but there it is. Give him a call. Leave him a voicemail. Yeah, so Dak, the judge, I think, I might be a little wrong on this, but I think that Dawn Weiland is a judge pro tem. I'm not positive about that. It could be the next judge that was the pro tem, but one of them is just like a judge pro tem, just like standing in. Please reach out, guys. Can't see the number. No, my cursor was over it. I'm sorry about that. Please reach out, guys. Please. We please do what you can so that at the end of this, I realize to some this is, just something that's happening on YouTube or whatever, right? But I know how much better I'm going to sleep knowing that I stood up and did whatever I could to say this is wrong. And everybody else has the same opportunity. Everybody has the same opportunity, and I implore you, please use it. And free the nipple also.
He has said he was going to come see me, made comments about how I need to speak to my spouse about his case.
Oh, yeah? There might be two there. It might take investigating.
Mails. He has said he was going to come see me.
He said he's going to come see me. He said he's going to come see me. He said he's going to come see me.
Things.
Said he's going to come see me. I don't think that happened. Alright, I don't know that I'd be able to find the video. But listen, I want to have integrity on this issue. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna identify that one as a lie because I can't find the video to know for a fact if he said that he was gonna.
In the voicemails, he has said he was going to come see me.
Oh, well then let's listen to the voicemail again. Just make sure.
You have reached Shannon Walker, Director of Special Projects at the James B. Rogers College of Law. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I have a chance. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Lane Myers, 520-771-2021. I see you're a Director of Special Projects. Well, I'd like to ask if you could approve a special project where you help me end your husband's career for being a crooked-ass cop, prosecutor, wannabe, whatever he is, hiding these cops from prosecution. I figured the U of A, maybe Stacy could help me. Maybe I should talk to you or Stacy or maybe one of these. Because, you know, my wife also is an alumni of the College of Law and is actually has taught there. So, like, we got two sides that are about to come crashing together here. So, you can help me teach your husband how to follow the law, or I'm going to take his career. So, I figured since I'm a member of the community and my wife's an alumni of the law school, that maybe I could get access to the materials at the law school in order to fight for justice, since Stacy's all about justice. So I guess I got to call Stacy next.
That's a lie. Dad, we got the lie where she made it plural. So we're just past that lie onto this one. I'm glad that we analyzed this. Did you hear him say that he was going to come to the law school and visit her? Now he ends up going to the law school, but we must remember, everyone, that this is October 9th. Okay? We need to be conscious of the dates. V. Boyer, thank you so much. Thank you very much. We need to be conscious of the dates here because they're purposely trying to convolute things and twist the narrative here. So that's a fucking lie, Shannon.
In the voicemails, he has said he was going to come see me.
He has not said he's going to come see you. 11/28/06, 11/28/06, 11/28/06. He did not say that he was going to come see you at this point. That's a fucking lie.
Made comments about how I need to speak to my spouse about his case.
11/28/12, 11/28/12. He did not say about his case. He's not an idiot. That's not legal. He's not allowed to do that, right? You think he's dumb, or maybe it's that you think you're so smart. I think that's actually what it is. It's not that you think, maybe in your mind you think, oh, we're going to teach this moron a lesson. But, you know, he's just sitting in a jail cell, right? He's not in jail, right, Shannon? I know you're watching, Shannon. What you're doing is unconscionable. And your kids, they're going to know your legacy. They are going to know your legacy of shame. What you're doing is disgusting, reprehensible, and disgusting. What are we up to, Sassy? 11:28:12. 11:28:12. How many lies are we up to? What do we got? Alex Roble. That didn't happen. So, you're a fucking liar too. And just for that, you're gonna get fucking time out, buddy. Come in here and lie. We're here exposing liars and you're gonna lie? Okay, Alex, cool story. Cool story, bro. 11 lies. We're not 5 minutes into this hearing. Where's that coming from?
Yeah. Hopefully we can get it to you soon. But
Where the fuck is that coming from?
No. Yeah.
I was like, where was that noise coming from?
It's just me, right?
But I had the feed open from yesterday. We're gonna pause the lie fest. This is Metcalf's courtroom. Let me get some water. I'll be right back.
thank you, man.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
As far as restorative justice, I think that he would be
he would welcome that opportunity, but I don't think she would. It doesn't sound like she would, because when you listen to her interviews, she's like, well, you know, it's a $5,000 car. You know, what about the towing fees? And next Thursday, you know, he moved. It's like she's saying he moved and took the car that wasn't worth anything with him, and
Is your dad here?
as a way to try to escape notice or whatever. And I just don't think that's the case. But she doesn't.
Right.
But she might be in the wind. I don't know if he has contact with her, but
Yeah, and that's something I have to look into as well, right?
because I think she's homeless, and the whole thing about the tow truck was that what my guy said was that he was there and they were towing the car because he had been sitting there for a long time, and there's a bunch of other cars that he was towing.
Oh,
So
okay.
he
I'll head right
came
over.
and said, "Y'all buy that
Thank
car
you.
back there?" And the tow truck driver, I don't know if that's true or not, but and then they said, yeah, I think the gal that owns the car is over there, so they knocked on the door, and the grandma said, y'all call her and let her know. And so the grandma called her, or maybe the grandma gave it to the brother. I don't know, but that's how she got notified to come. She really wasn't living there, so I don't know where she's living.
Right.
You might know.
Good morning, everyone. Please have a seat. All right, before we get started this morning, I'll read the notice of crime victims and we'll call the first case. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights to justice and due process under Arizona law, that among other things includes your right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial and a prompt and final conclusion of the case, to be present at court proceedings to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or his attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who's convicted of causing your loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of victims' rights, please contact the prosecutor's office. With that, we'll begin. Miriam, our first case. What page? And you said it was the Daniel case? Okay. State of Arizona versus Aaron.
Did you hear all that stuff he said? Is Lane getting that? All that stuff? Crazy. Absolutely insane. All right, so we're on 11. Our last lie was at 11:28:12, I believe. I'm sorry about that.
Things that are generally just offensive and, things that are made comments about how I need to speak to my spouse about his case, things that are generally just offensive and, not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
Why? Why are you so special? Why are you so special, Shannon? That you don't think that you're subject to the voicemail that he sent you? That's a lie. We're going to call it a lie. Let's dissect it.
Things that are generally just offensive and, not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
And based on these,
Actually, I don't think I can call that a lie. We're still going to dissect it.
Things that are generally just offensive and, not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
and based on the,
Did you guys hear it? I can't call that a lie. Because Shannon actually believes that she shouldn't be subjected to it. Guys, there's some contact info in the description. It's pinned right here. Please, I implore you to peacefully seek redress to any and all of your grievances. Please. Let's listen to that inflection in her voice. I don't think I should be subjected to. It's how she says the to. It's beneath her. That's how pompous, arrogant, and evil this woman is.
he's a little threatening.
Thing that I feel like I should be subjected to. Not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
And based on these, a little,
Not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
and based on these, a little,
Not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
Cunt. GKC 20. I envision two scenarios. Scenario number one is Lane sits in jail until March 25th, when his next hearing is. Scenario number two. Douglas Metcalf dismisses the charges. We're on page 3, oh dear Lord, of this anti-SLAPP motion. We might have to take this in parts, guys. That's how bad this is. We're on page 3. We're not even through the very first the item on the factual history. We're still on Judge Weiland. And oh shit, did it go somewhere? But don't worry, guys. Shannon doesn't think.
Not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
and based on these, a little threatening.
Yes.
Okay, so the judge interjected and let's just listen.
Be subjected to.
And based on these, a little threatening.
Yes.
Okay. Based on this, a little threatening.
Should be subjected to.
And based on these, a little threatening.
Yes.
11/28/25. Yes. 11/28/25. 11/28/25. No, Shannon. Not yes. No. There was no threats. Therefore, not threatening.
Yes. Not only from him, but now his.
Not only from him.
Threatening.
Yes, yes. Not only from him.
Not only from him. That's a lie. That implies that he's made a threat. Not only him. He made the threat. Not only him. 11/28/28. Let's dissect it. Does anybody disagree with that one? I think that's a lie. Is there any disagreement in here? I want to be exact and precise with the lies. I want to get this perfect. So if you guys think I'm wrong on this one, please let me know.
Little threatening.
Yes, yes. Not only from him, but now his.
Yes, yes. Not only from him. Implying that he was threatening. Again, I mean, I feel like that's a lie.
Threatening.
Yes, yes. Not only from him, but now his followers. Yes, yes. Not only from him, but now his.
Not only from him. So that was 11/28/28.
His followers are.
Now we did. I'm not sure how many of you were here for one of the more recent live streams where we went through I think it was 80 pages of discovery. But actually, I don't know if it was even in that. But we heard it in yesterday's Dabbler hearing. It's in the Dabbler hearing. They played some voicemails. Now, I don't remember the dates of those, so I will give her that other people were threatening, even though I'm not positive about the dates. It could have been after, but we'll give her that one.
Are threatening me, contacting me, leaving voicemails. Followers, like I said, should be subjected to.
And based on these a little.
But now his followers are threatening me, contacting me, leaving voicemails. Yesterday I received one that was particularly egregious. I think I included the text of at least the transcript that my work voicemail system provided. He also yesterday in his video, he is convinced that I'm a public official.
Now, we're not going to go to the video that she's talking about because I don't know which one she is talking about. We are going to call this a lie because she's being purposely deceptive. She might not be a public official, and I doubt that Lane used the word public official. Maybe he did actually, but by definition, I think a public official is probably elected, right? But she is 100%, without a doubt. There's absolutely no doubt about it. She is employed by the state of Arizona. She gets a check from the government. She is a state employee. She is a state actor. Period. Period. We still live?
Which I work for a public institution. He is convinced that I'm a public official. Which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public. He also yesterday in his video, he is convinced that I'm a public official.
Maybe I need some input on that one, how it is one.
He also yesterday in his video, he is convinced that I'm a public official, which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public. My work is with the dean of the law school.
On that one, how yeah, what do you guys think about that one? Chat stopped working for a second. Whoops. It's a big chat, guys. Big chat. Big chat. All right. What's going on, Leslie? Are people getting out of control? Priority justice. We're gonna take a look. The problem is she's since changed her job function. Her job. She was the director of special projects, and now she's the director of development. So, you know, we can go to the public information. Meet our new director of development. I don't know how much of this changed when her role changed, you know what I mean? But let's just take a look. All right, so Shannon Walker is the Director of Development for the James E. Rogers College of Law, where she oversees alumni engagement, donor relation, philanthropic initiatives. So those three things are things that she would do working with the public, right? All things that she would do working with the public. So, the information is in the description. Just any emails like you're sending to the judge or anything like that, the ones that were, being, please be respectful, right? Even though what they're doing is the epitome of disrespect, let's be respectful. Let's be better than them. But CC her to all your emails, please. I mean, she works for the public. She's a public employee. That's clear. Let's nail down the timestamp on this most recent lie.
He is convinced that I'm a public official.
11/28/53. I'm convinced you're a public official too. You work for the public. 11/28/53. 11/28/53 appears to be lie number 14.
Which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public.
She does not work with the public. Now, she does work with the public. All right, so unfortunately, she might actually get a pass on this one. I know it's a lie. Right? I know that it's a lie. You guys know that it's a lie. Pull that chat up a little bit. Pull that chat up, guys. For right there. There we go. I don't have the description for special projects, so I can't, for a fact, say that this is a lie.
Keshel, which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public. Keshel, which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public.
All right, so let's take a poll. 112858 is a lie because she does in fact work with the public. One for that's a lie. 2 for we're gonna let her skate on this one. I think it's a lie. So my vote is 1, that this is a lie. One from me. Hopefully the judge rules on this anti-SLAPP. I mean, if he came over here, I mean, I don't know how long I've been live, but it's been a little while. Almost 2 hours, right? Almost 2 hours, and we're not even 5 minutes into the very first hearing in front of a judge. The very first hearing in front of a judge. All right, well, listen, I'm not going to argue with the people. 112858. 112858. That's another lie. That's another lie, Shannon.
Keshel, which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public.
You sure do. You sure do. Lie. You sure do. You know, no more grace, Shannon. No more grace. You had an opportunity, right? You had an opportunity. The dust was settling, Shannon. The dust was settling. Lane was appealing the injunction, and you know how that's going to end. You know how that's going to end because we all read LaFaro versus KL, right? We're going to get into it in this anti-SLAPP, but we all know. So you could have just been okay with what exists presently on the internet about you and your lies and your corruption. But you and your husband think that you're smart. And because you guys think you're smart, I'm going to dissect every single lie, Shannon. Shannon, I am going to dissect every single lie that you told, that you tell, that you continue to perpetuate upon not only Lane, but the people, all right? And I'm not just going to let it lie now. You decided to amp it up. You're happy right now because Lane's in jail, right? Lane's in jail. You're winning? This is you winning? Well, you got what you wanted. Lane's in jail. And now we're going to expose every single lie that you told. And you're not going to be able to escape it. I mean, one, I know that you watch every fucking video. Warren, no doubt, has told you that I'm live. So you're probably watching right now. Let me be clear, Shannon. I am going to expose every single lie. Your whole family is going to know what you've done to Lane, what you've done to an innocent man. 5 minutes in? 5 minutes in? Sassy, what are we up to? Are we up to 15 lies? 15 lies? You're okay with that, huh? I'm not okay with it. The nonviolent army isn't okay with it. Good, freedom-loving Americans aren't okay with it. You know what? Even Jane, one of my harshest trolls, Jane Weatherfield or something, she made a comment today. I don't remember the actual comment, but she's not with Lane and she's not with Shannon. She recognizes that what is happening is fucked, right? And she doesn't like Lane, and that's okay, right? Lane's got a certain style. Lane's got a certain personality. Lane is loud. Lane is in your face. That's how he is. Is that against the law? Because that's what he's in jail for. That and making some YouTube videos. But everybody's okay with it. Matt's okay with it. Shannon's okay with it. Rachel's okay with it. Laura Conover, she loves it. Judge Douglas Metcalf. If he was honorable, if he was actually honorable, he would have Lane in front of him right this second, setting him free. Actually, he wouldn't even bring him in front of him. He would have gotten to the conclusion of this anti-SLAPP motion that we're only 3 fucking pages into, right? And he would say, "Oh dear Lord, what have I done? What have I allowed to continue to happen?" It's all going to get exposed. All of it. I won't rest. I won't rest. Maybe they'll commit me to the loony bin. Maybe they'll come get me and lock me up for my speech too. Maybe they will. But you know what? When I go to sleep tonight, I'll know that I stood up and did the right thing. Unlike you, Shannon. You dirty cunt.
My work is with the dean of the law school. I work with specific, college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm not a public official, and so college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm with specific, college initiatives and professional relationships. But
professional relationships, 11/29/07. Let's dissect it. Let's dissect this one. 11/29/07.
I'm not a public official, and so college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm...
Okay, so the professional relationships. we illustrated that in this new role, her professional relationships are with engaging alumni in donor relations and philanthropic initiatives, public. Does anybody know how to use the Wayback Machine? How about that? Maybe we can get... Does anybody know how to do that? We need to know what the description of her job was when she was Director of Special Projects. Please share it. What details do you need? You need details to share something? Okay. Alright. Cool. You need some details? Alright. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 felonies. 8 felonies, 7 misdemeanors. No. 8 felonies, 6 misdemeanors. And this one here, this one was changed to a class 3 felony, like a sneaky, duplicitous cunt. Count 14 was changed to stalking, fear of death. Stalking, fear of death. What more do you need to hit the share button? Break.
I'm not a public official, and so college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm...
So is that a lie?
Specific, college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm not a public official. And so in his videos, he often claims that I am a public official, that anyone can come talk to me and I have to see them. School, I work with specific, college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm...
We're going to call it a lie. It's a lie. 11/29/07. I was gonna give her the grace, and then I thought, what the fuck? Grace? Lane's sitting in a jail cell right now. Out of your motherfucking mind. Grace. Nah, bitch.
Not a public official, and so in his and professional relationships, but I'm not a public official, and so...
She almost told 2 lies in 1 second. What was the felony held back? It wasn't that it was held back, it was that it was changed. Well, that's not entirely true. Charges were held back. Got the link, but it won't be clickable. How about this? Exile? Is that what that is? Exile? Let me know if I'm insulting you or not. Send me that clip. We'll get the description. But that's a lie. Here we go. We got 2 lies here. We already have the timestamp for one. The second timestamp is 11/29/08, but there's 2 lies there.
College initiatives and professional relationships.
The initiatives and relationships.
But I'm not a public official.
Not a public official. You are a public official. You work for the public. You get paid by the public. You wanna play a little nuanced game with the word official? Nah, bitch. We're not gonna play that game. You work for the public. You're a state actor. You're going to deal with it. We're going to expose every lie, Shannon, and it's going to be so ugly. Because, Sassy, what are we up to? We're not even 5 minutes in. We're gonna expose every single lie. We're not 5 minutes into this hearing. Are you for real? Jeez Louise. Alright. So hopefully we've got both those lies. 19 lies. Oh. Okay, Shannon. Alright.
And so in his videos, he often claims that I am a public official.
That's another lie. In his videos, he often claims you're a public official. Well, you are. Well, actually, no. No, I'm letting myself. Let's keep it professional and make sure that they're lies.
But I'm not a public official, and so in his videos, he often claims that I am a public official.
Fact. He does, in fact, whether he uses the word public official or public employee or whatever, that's a fact. And she just recognized it as a fact.
That anyone can come talk to me and I have to see.
You guys ever hear Lane say some bullshit like that? What do you mean, Dak?
And claims that I am a public.
We don't have the internal emails. Official misconduct, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe don't be so butthurt.
Relationships, but I'm not a public official, and so in his videos he often claims that I am a public official, that anyone can come talk to me and I have to see them.
11/29/15, 11/29/15. Kris, nobody's getting rude with anybody. You need to get a grip, bro. 11/29/15. Listen, bro. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. All right. This is what I care about. We're talking about what I care about right now. This is what this is about to me. This is all that matters right now. This is what's going on. There's an email and a number pinned in the description. There's all kinds of contact information in the description. I need help, right? And I don't need help about whatever is going on over there. But I'm being pretty clear about everything that's going on. I need help. I need people to reach out to this judge about this anti-SLAPP motion that he can get Lane out of jail right now on. He can take immediate action on right this second. He can do that. It's within his jurisdiction. And we're exposing Shannon Walker's lies that led to the man being put in jail. All right? We're not talking about anything other than that. 11/29/15. That's a fucking lie.
I am a public official, that anyone can come talk to me and I have to see them.
You never said that you had to see anybody. You work for the public.
I have to speak to them.
Another lie. 11/29/17. 11/29/17. You don't have to see him. You don't have to speak to him. But you do work for them, Shannon. You do work for them. 11/29/17. Another lie.
So not only has he claimed that, he has told his followers that. And yesterday he actually said, I'm going to the College of Law. It was something that was very upsetting, not only for myself, but now my colleagues.
lie. "22 lies. Dear Christ."
He has told his followers that, and yesterday he actually said, "I'm going to the College of Law. I have to see them. I have to speak to them." So not only has he claimed that, he has told his followers.
So not only has he claimed that, that's another lie, right? He hasn't claimed that. So we had the two instances: must see, must talk to, and then at 11:29:20, she said that.
I have to speak to them. So not only has he claimed that, he has told his followers.
He's made the claim on those two things, and he's told his followers. That's a lie. Put it up there. 11:29:20. Another lie.
That, and yesterday he actually said, "I'm going to the College of Law." It was something that was very upsetting, not only for myself, but now.
Oh shit, did you get it? Okay, thank you.
My colleagues are in fear that.
Okay, now I want to call this one a lie. I want to call it a lie, but I don't know that I can, because we know that Lane went there, and we know that he spoke to colleagues that were obviously... Yeah, I'm not a follower for sure, Simba. I support... I'm a shareholder, you know what I mean? I support Lane. I've never seen... Again, I get it that his personality conflicts with some people's delicate sensibilities, right? But I've never heard or read anybody more articulate on any given issue than Lane Myers. So you can hate him, but he knows the law better than every single judge that he's been in front of. He knows the law better than every single lawyer that he's been around. And if you don't believe that, that's cool. You know, I mean, that's sweet, but it doesn't change the facts. Those are facts. Did we stop on a lie? I don't remember.
Something that was very upsetting, not only for myself, but now my colleagues.
Oh yeah, the colleagues. So I don't think that I can call it a lie, because, you know, just like Warren has amped her up, amping the shit out of her. No doubt is she in there doing the same thing. You know, amping people up. So I can't say that there isn't somebody else in fear. Who knows? Who knows why she's in fear? Because at this point, he's left one voicemail, and you chose to watch a bunch of videos.
Are in fear that this person is going to come over, because we've had to connect University of Arizona Police Department and our threat management team.
All right, let's take a look at something for a second. Alright, I don't know that I can identify that as a lie. All of this stuff is way, 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 way past October. You know what I mean? And we know for a fact there's no acts other than YouTube videos.
Has been following this gentleman. So it's now not.
So I don't know. I can't say for a fact that the timeline with her alerting the threat management team, I don't know that I can say with certitude that she's lying about having connected the threat management team already or not. But I'll tell you this, 11/24/51, I'm sorry, 11/29/39, I'm a little suspicious.
Not only affecting me, but my people I work with. And, you know, obviously we have our personal relationship.
Folks should take time away from doing things that matters to hold Ryder's hand while he gets a clue.
Don't have anything to do with this. So I don't know why we have our personal relationship. I don't have people I work with. And, you know, obviously we have our personal relationship. I don't have anything to do with this. So I don't know why this is even happening. To do with that, you know, obviously we have our personal relationship. I don't have anything to do with this. So I don't know why this is even happening.
All right.
Don't have anything to do with this. So, you know, obviously we have our personal relationship. I don't have anything to do with this.
11/29/47. 11/29/47. 11/29/47. She says that she doesn't have anything to do with this. Why are you at an injunction hearing then? He sent you a voicemail telling you specifically what you had to do with it and what he wanted. Had you answered the phone call or picked up the next time and did what Stacey Jane... Does everybody remember what Stacey Jane said? Does anybody remember? Stacey Jane's a better lawyer than Shannon, but not much better. Does everybody remember what Stacey Jane said? What did Stacey Jane say, guys? It was outrageous that she even said it. But what did she say? She said, Mr. Myers, I consider this phone call harassment or something to that effect. Don't call me again. Right? She tried to play that game. Stacey Jane. Yes, in the very first, yeah, that's exactly right, Simba. In the very when when they actually spoke, Stacey Jane said, "Keep me in the loop," right? Keep her informed. And then the second phone call, she said, "This is harassment." Okay, cool story. Cool story. 11/29/47.
You know, obviously we have our personal relationship. I don't have anything to do with this.
11/29/47. She does have something to do with this. That's a lie. That's a lie, Shannon. You're lying. Why are you lying?
So I don't know why this is even happening.
So she doesn't even know why it's happening. How dumb could you be to not know why it's happening? Do we need to listen to the voicemail again? Tell me that we don't need to listen to the voicemail again. I don't think that we need to listen to the voicemail again. I mean, Jesus. That's a lie. 11:29:50. We're on to 25. Is that 25? Is that both of them? What's going on in 5 minutes? Am I losing my counter? Oh, in 5 minutes. 25 lies in 5 minutes. But we're supposed to have faith, right? We're supposed to have faith.
Well, I'm very sorry
She's very sorry.
that is going on.
Not your fault, but I appreciate that.
It's difficult. So I am going to go ahead and grant the injunction.
What? You're not going to ask her any questions? Wow. You're going to go ahead and grant the injunction.
Against harassment. I do need to get some statements from you
Of course.
under oath. Now, obviously, to grant an injunction of harassment, there needs to be a series of events, and you have definitely listed on your order of protection a series of events, so you do qualify in that. I do need to ask you, though.
He did call her again. Yeah, Dale, I've got those calls, but the thing is that those happened between October 9th and so this injunction isn't, this injunction that gets put in place was scrapped the next day and a new one came in. So, there's a lot of overlapping dates here, but yeah, he does end up calling and leaving two more voicemails. But neither of those were harassing either. Again, we have to remember that they've never spoken. Right? They've never spoken to each other. They've never met other than in court proceedings. They've never spoken to each other.
A series of events, and you have definitely listed on your order of protection a series.
So the series of events that she listed on her order of protection, maybe that needs to be lie number 1, right? I don't know. Okay, I don't think that we can call that one a lie. I think we can call it a lie. I'm being silly. I think we can call it a lie, but we're not going to call it a lie because we're only talking about the lies that we're hearing in the hearing. Okay. All right. I've justified it to myself now.
Series of events, so you do qualify in that. I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
She told 2 lies in less than a second. You guys catch that?
This petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You guys hear that?
This petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
11:30:26. 11:30:26. Yes. 11:30:26. 11:30:26. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. No. Absolutely not, Shannon. Absolutely not.
absolutely.
Okay. And you've explained that you really don't know the defendant. You've never met him personally?
No, one of his claims, I only know what he has said to me. We have never even spoken. I've never met him in person. I've never had a direct conversation with him. I only know the messages that I receive or the videos.
She only knows the messages or the videos. So she only knows that one voicemail, and because of that, she's been fucking glued to YouTube. Just imagine how many hours I've watched of Lane, and you guys too, Sylvia and Sassy, all you guys. How many hours we've devoted to watching Lane dance around and play air hammer. But I think Shannon's got us all beat. Hey Aaron, it's so much more pathetic for you because you're hate watching it, right? So what a pathetic existence where you're gonna watch something that you fucking hate. What, dude? You've got time for that? You value your time that little that you sit around watching things you fucking hate? You hate stream shit? Bro, get the fuck out of here.
One of his claims is that I only know the messages that I receive or the videos. One of his claims said to me, we have never even spoken. I've never met him in person. I've never had a direct conversation with him. I only know the messages that I
11:30:45, 11:30:45. She only knows the messages that she receives. She's only received one message. The other messages aren't from Lane.
receive or the videos.
Or the videos. She only knows from the messages. Did we get that time stamp? Do I need to go back? Let's go back.
A direct conversation with him. I only know the messages that I receive or.
So I'm not sure if I have the timestamp off on that. 11:30:46. Is that what I said? Lie 28. All right. So the messages that she receives, plural.
The videos.
In the videos. 11:30:47. That's a lie because the videos aren't harassment. They're just videos on YouTube. By that logic, I mean, this is harassment in Shannon's eyes, right, guys? I mean, that's what we're saying, right? What we're doing right here, this is actually harassing Shannon. You guys do understand that, right? Early and often, Wolverine transparency. That's every day.
Never had a direct conversation with him. I only know the messages that I receive or.
Messages she receives.
The videos.
In the videos. 11:30:47. 11:30:47. The videos aren't harassing Shannon. Don't watch them. Peak stupidity right here.
One of his claims is that I think he has assumed, because my work often is with members of the judiciary, apparently he had a significant other who was a federal law clerk and lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor.
Really? Really? Guys, for all that is good and holy. Please reach out to the people in the description, the pinned comment right here. Everybody needs to understand that we're not okay with this. That we see what's happening, that we're not okay with it. We have to stand up. Guys, we got to stand up. I guess we do. We need the billboard truck. Absolutely. Park it out right out in front of Laura Conover's office or house, and put it in reverse and just drive in reverse. Make sure it's nice and loud. Beep. Beep. Laura Cuntover. Please be respectful with all involved, even though they are behaving in the most disrespectful and contemptible way. And then give Lane a call after and leave him a voicemail. Maybe put some scratch on his... Does he have a different inmate number than what's there? I saw a different number on his... on the booking thing, but that number will get you his voicemail for sure. Oh yeah, I'm so glad that we have that video. That video it's so revealing, and then especially when Shannon turns back and gets guidance from Matt while talking to the dabbler. So, all right. So we haven't identified this lie yet.
As a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor. And he is a result of who was a federal law clerk and lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but
I don't know if it's his videos. I don't know if it's his videos. 11/31/04. 11/31/04.
And lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that. And lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor. And
she doesn't know if it's the videos, but her, Stacey Jane, somebody colluded to make Judge Zips, I believe, aware that the videos existed. And of course, I mean, he's a toxic man, so she doesn't know. That was one. And then I think that's another lie.
The result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was.
So I don't know if it's the videos. 31/04, we have that lie. And then we're going to have this lie.
Some sort of factor.
Some sort of factor. Well, actually, that might be true. It is some sort of factor,
as a result
right?
of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor. And he is convinced that I personally am responsible for that.
And he feels that you're personally responsible for that. That's true. He does.
That he often claims I called Judge Zips at district court to.
I don't know if that is false or true. She's probably smart enough to not use her own phone.
To have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
Huh. That's a judge that just said that.
To have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I know. To have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we...
Okay, again, I can tell you what I believe, but I can't tell you that it's a lie for sure. All the other 27 lies we know for, actually, all those 30 lies, we know for a fact that those are a lie. Now, we believe this to be a lie, and the basis for really, everything. But I don't think I can call it a lie. But liars be lying, right? I mean, does anybody believe that she didn't have something to do with it? Anybody? We're what? Coming up on 7 minutes? No, we're 7 minutes into the video. Does anybody believe that she wouldn't lie about it? Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you at all.
We had that kind of power.
I know.
Oh, if only we had that kind of power. What does that even mean? You want that kind of power? That's the kind of power you want? That's sick as fuck. You want the power to destroy people's lives? And listen to Shannon. Oh, I know. Well, I actually do.
Have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I know.
I know. So
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
A lot of things would be a lot easier. We could just put him in jail, right? If people made fun of us and we didn't like it, if only we had the power to just put him in jail, right? If we didn't like the things that people were saying, if we didn't like the things that people were saying, if only we had the power to just put him in a cage.
Did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
To have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I know.
I know. So
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
A lot of things would be a lot easier, like having Lane in jail right now, because that's where we want him. I know, right? If only we could do it. If only we could do whatever the fuck we wanted. If only we could do it, right, guys? I'm Shannon Walker, and if only we had the power. Oh, you don't, huh? You don't have the power? You don't have the... You're not... That power is not being exercised right now? Weaponized right now? Lawfare right now? If only we had that power. I know, right? Oh, I know, right? This bitch is so
Oh, if we had
sick.
that kind of power.
I know.
I know. So
Hey, Aaron. It's none of your fucking business, bro. What the fuck? Does it matter? Let's say it's my job. Does it matter? Should I be more passionate or less passionate about it, Aaron? If it's my hobby, is that not a honorable hobby? Trying to stand up for freedom? Oh, I know. We should all just submit, right? We should all just...
Things would be a lot easier. Happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I know.
I know. So
a lot of things.
We should just be okay with this. Whether it's my job or my hobby, this is the kind of stuff that we should be okay with in America.
Judge Zips at district court to have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I know.
I know. So
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
All right. So, do you? I take.
That's okay. That's the America you want to live in, huh? Where judges and prosecutors' wives talk about wanting the power to have people fired, wanting the power to have people caged. What's worse, having Cap fired or having Lane put in a cage for talking, for speech, for speech? Remember, I don't know how many people watched that hearing last night, but they let a person out on bond that was strangling someone, holding them down, strangling them. And that person was let out on bond. I think it was $10,000 bond. But that's okay with Aaron.
His significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
I
right?
know.
I know. So,
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Because I could just put him in a cage and make it all go away. Guess what, though, Shannon? Guess what you didn't count on? You didn't count on YouTube being forever, Shannon. Every single lie, Shannon. We're going to expose every single lie forever. You're never going to be able to escape it. You're never going to be able to live it down. Wherever you move, wherever you go, this is going to follow you. This is your legacy of shame. This, Shannon, is your legacy of shame. You are a despicable, terrible person.
So, do you, I take it you and the defendant don't have any other cases with
No,
each other?
no,
There's no
no.
other anything else. Would you have any knowledge, or has he in any way threatened or mentioned the use of a gun?
I do not have any knowledge.
All right.
Well,
She doesn't have any knowledge, but she's watched every video. She knows that Lane doesn't have... That's a lie. Fuck that. Because we know that she watches every single video. She knows that she's going to call him a hunter in a minute. What does he hunt? What does he talk about hunting? Anybody? Gold star for whoever tells me. We'll get the timestamp. The bond hearing was yesterday. They took his bond away, unless this is new. That's right. Kangaroos. Kangaroos. And boy, have we found the master layer, huh? Let's get the timestamp for this one.
Would you have any knowledge, or has he in any way threatened or mentioned the use of a gun?
I do not have any knowledge.
11/31/40, 11/31/40, 11/31/40. She doesn't have any knowledge. She does have knowledge. She's watched the videos. She knows that Lane can't have guns and that he doesn't have guns. A liar.
All right.
Well, he talks about being a hunter in some of his videos, so I guess that would be my only kind of glimpse into that.
But there's been no direct implication or statement or anything that would cause you to think that that's something that's prominent.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right. Now, let me take a look here further. Remember, we are in open court, and so if any of the addresses that you've listed here are confidential, don't say anything while we're here on the record. We'll refer to them vaguely, but we don't want to restate these addresses or anything like that if we're going to protect an address.
Of course.
So just want to make sure that we're both aware of that as we're moving forward here. And so you have listed two other persons, two minor children as protected persons on this order of protection. May I assume these are your children?
They are.
Okay. And what reason do you believe that they need to be placed on here?
So one of, again,
Thank you, Leo.
through his videos, one of the things that Mr. Myers has done in the past is he has impersonated others. And so my concern in the past is he has impersonated others.
Who? Come on, chat. Let me know. Has Mr. Myers impersonated others? That implies a certain thing. What does it imply?
One of the things that Mr. Myers has done in the past is he has impersonated others.
He has impersonated others. No, he hasn't. Mike Oxlong is not an impersonation. It's an alter ego. Impersonating someone would be like me creating an Aaron Queen profile and traipsing around town behaving as if I'm Aaron Queen. That would be impersonating Aaron Queen. Creating a name, Mike Oxlong, will not... I just saw that disabled. It will not... I lost my train of thought. Where was I going? Maybe this will bring me back.
One of the things that Mr. Myers has done in the past is he has impersonated others.
So yeah, he's not impersonating Mike Oxlong because I'm not aware of somebody actually named Mike Oxlong. And lie. 11:32:56, 11:32:56, 11:32:56. That's a lie.
And so my concern, because it does not seem like there's any sort of line here, is if he were to discover, obviously, I'm sure he will from this, but that we have children, I'm concerned he will call their school.
She's concerned they'll call his school. Outrageous claim, but I don't think I can call it a lie.
Concerned that I'm just not sure what he would do.
Okay.
And so I think out of just an abundance of caution with everything else that's been going on, because this person does not seem to have.
Exactly, Buzz. That's exactly right. Mike Oxlong is the same thing as Foshin the Good. It's the same thing as Joey Payne. It's just a name. It's not impersonating another person. It's certainly not a crime. Yes, hyperbole. Yes, exactly. But we've got Shannon, who wishes she had a certain kind of power. Well, you got it now, Shannon, huh? Looks like you got the power you were looking for that you wish you had. You got him in jail, huh? You happy now? You happy? Lane's in jail, so it all can stop now. Guys, there's some contact information pinned in the description. There's also a bunch of other ones. CC all those people, if you would. Please, peacefully and respectfully redress your grievances. They need to understand that the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching, and that we're not going to be silent on this. We're not going to be silent. We're not going to be silenced, and we're certainly not going to let Shannon Walker come in here and try to have that kind of control over us. Not Shannon. Thank you, Bad Apple. I'm obviously, I think you know, I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah, it looks like you do know that. I'll look at it, and if you've left your number in there, I'll call you, man. I got nothing against you. I got nothing against anybody. I mean, I don't know, like, I want us to all be on the same page with stuff like this being something that we all, when we all see it, we immediately stop and say, no, we're not going to allow you to do this. We're going to stand up. We're going to push back. You're not going to put somebody in jail for speech.
Have any boundaries? I'm concerned for their safety.
I'm going to concur with that. I'm going to go ahead and place the children on the order of protection, mainly based on the statements that you have placed up in your allegations. Those do imply that he is a little more willing than most to kind.
I'm talking about in messages to the judge. This is the person that ultimately controls Lane's freedom. It's this motion that can get Lane out of jail. The judge at any moment, at any second, can do if he was an honorable man, if Judge Metcalf was an honorable man, this would already be dismissed. Because he would have started reading it and realized, I can't stop reading this, because if the allegations are true that are within this, what is happening is a miscarriage of justice. It's whatever's worse. I don't know what the worst thing is, but there's an ability to stop this all right now, right this second. So yeah, I want to be respectful to that person. I want to give them the opportunity, right? I want to believe that this is an honorable man. I want to believe that, because that's the only thing that gets Lane out of jail.
Allegations, those do imply that he is a little more willing than most to kind of break some boundaries.
Correct. And he also has stated that there was one message where he stated he was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors, obviously a place where our children reside.
Okay, so that was said in a video. And you know what? Call me petty. Call me petty. Call her misspeaking. But she lies with such ease. I'm sure she misspeaks lies all the time. No grace. No pass, bitch. You're not getting one. 11:33:53. 11:33:53. 11:33:53. That's a lie. Your kids don't live at your neighbors.
Our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors, obviously a place where our children reside.
Huh? Your children reside at your neighbors? What do you have them in hiding from the terrifying single voicemail and the videos that you could have easily ignored?
Okay, now have we, do you feel any particular need to list the children's school?
I prefer to not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought we just did that.
You have.
Didn't we just do that? I thought we just did that. She was worried about it. He might call the school. That's what she said. She literally just said he might call the school.
I prefer to not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have listed. Have we, do you feel any particular need to list the children's school?
I prefer to not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have
If you prefer to not, then you don't believe that he's actually going to call the school, right? If you prefer to not, then that's obviously not a legitimate fear.
listed 3 addresses. We have a non-confidential mailing address that obviously we'll set forward. You've listed a residence. I'm not going to say that. You have marked that as a confidential address, and it will remain confidential. You've also listed your employment, and obviously he knows where that is. So
Correct.
we don't need to make that a confidential
Right.
address. Are there any pets or animals that we need to be concerned about? I didn't see any allegations or threats along that. I'm not inclined to put anything on here for that. Is there any reason to?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Let me see here. So the court finds, based on the allegations made in the petition and the testimony here in court, that I do have jurisdiction over the parties in the subject matter, and that you've appeared at the hearing, and of course the defendant is not, because he did not have notice of this hearing. I do find that there's reasonable cause to believe that the defendant has committed a series of acts that are a series of harassment. They have not reached the level of stalking yet, but they're definitely a series of harassing events, and also their use of electronic communication to intimidate and to threaten. So I will be making those findings. Now, with those findings,
Zen, thank you for the Zendi. All right, Zendi. Zen, thank you for the email. That only, so this is on the way back. I actually don't think that that's, I think that that just proves our point. I think that that actually means that the only thing, it leads me to believe that the only thing, actually, there must have been a change, right? First time the page was added into the archive was November of 23. Well, she had to have been something else then, right? All right. Director of Special Projects. Zen. You're the man. You're the man. Zen. Let's go. Let's go, Zen. Let's go, Zen. Director of Special Projects. Shannon is the Director of Special Projects. As a member, Shannon manages important strategic matters project relationships with a variety of stakeholders that are both internal and external to the College of Law. Huh, bitch? What? Sounds like you do work with the public. Somebody needs to set me straight. Did we identify that as a lie earlier? We might have to get through it and then go back and find the actual lie where she said that she doesn't work with the public, you dirty bitch. Both internal and external to the College of Law, variety of stakeholders, projects, relationships. What a liar. I don't know how she can look herself in the mirror.
I do want you to understand, and I'm sure you do, these are not criminal findings. I'm not making that he's not being charged with anything. These aren't criminal charges. These are findings I'm making.
These aren't
to provide you
crimes,
with
is
a
what she's
civil
saying.
Injunction. And so it is, again, only a piece of paper, though.
Of course.
So you're aware that these can sometimes incite.
Warren, now you're getting messages? Oh no. You getting messages, Warren? Did you let Shannon know that we're live talking about her? Warren. And yes, Sylvia, please, guys, send Lynn a voicemail. I can't imagine how uplifting it would be to get a voicemail. Warren, we don't have time for you today. Other than to say, Warren, you should be ashamed of yourself, working her up, getting her all emotional, getting her all amped up, telling her that she needs to be concerned for her safety. It's you. Let me be clear. Let me be completely clear. And I don't really care if you believe this because you're obviously not going to believe it, but it's still true. It's true. All right? You're the one responsible, Warren. You're the one that worked her up. You're the one that tells her, oh, I hope that you're safe. Oh, please be safe. Oh, some scary stuff's happening, right, Warren? You're terrible. You're working people up. She works for the public, Warren. Are you trying to say that she doesn't work for the public? That she shouldn't have scrutiny from the public? That she should be able to do this? This is okay with Warren. This is the America that Warren wants to live in. Patriot Warren says if your speech isn't in line with what he says and with what he likes, then no speech. To the jail you go. I'll tattle on you. I'll do everything I can. Look at that. You have bullshit, bro. We have the messages. We have all of them. We have them all, bro. I have messaged Shannon one time over him recording audio of a court hearing and he was warned not to. What are you talking about? And Gray, your channel was not even mentioned in the email. I'm not talking about... What are you talking about, bro? We've got it all. Where's it at? Where's it at? We got it all, Warren. You don't get to lie anymore. You want me to call you? Want me to give you a call? That's not you, Warren? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? That's not you? That's not you, huh? One email, huh? Or one, what'd you say? One what? Huh? Just one, huh? Just one, huh? Only one. Just one, I guess. Oh, there's another one. Just one, though. I've got the voicemail. Oh, that's you. Another one. Just one, huh? Cool story, bro. Nobody believes you, though.
Only a piece of paper, though.
Of course.
So you're aware that these can sometimes incite.
No, I'm not okay with laying in jail right now. He has never missed a court date. I believe he will run. And I still believe a person is innocent man until he's proven guilty in a court of... Then why are you working Shannon up so much, Warren? If you recognize that... I don't have time for this.
As much as they can bring people down, but it will protect you from any third-party contact as well as indirect contact from him. You also understand the concerns about trying to get anybody to not post things on the internet or YouTube or stuff. We do have some overlays with the First Amendment there that we're not sure how far. I'm not sure how far this is going to get you, but or as far as protecting or stopping that, but it should be strong enough to get those third parties who are his followers or whatever they may be called. Ideally, they will understand that they're included in some way on this. I'm probably going to have to be told, but
yes,
get the general idea. So based on the pleadings, the court finds reasonable cause to believe the defendant has harassed it by committing one or more acts of harassment, and therefore it's ordered granting the injunction against harassment and orders that the defendant will have no contact with the plaintiff, with the protected persons listed in the injunction against harassment, or with the protected locations. The court further orders regarding this order of protection. A constable will not serve this for you. So it will go into effect when he is served, but you are going to need to personally have that served on him, either have a process server or take it through the sheriff, whichever.
Gio, that pinned comment is the judge that can free lane. In the description, there's a link to an anti-SLAPP motion. Read it. We're trying to get through it. We're going to get through this video, guys. We'll get a little further, but we gotta end it. I didn't realize that I was going to be, I don't know how long this has been. We're 3 hours. So we're going to have to pause, and then we'll come back. We'll come back a little later this afternoon. Because I obviously can't, I've got 40 more pages to go. It's gonna be multiple episodes. So sorry, Shannon. I guess we get another volume on your lies. We haven't even gotten through the first hearing. And Sassy, what are we up to? How many lies are we up to? Thirty-two lies. Yeah, we are going to go so hard on this story. It's not even funny. All right. It's 32 lies in a matter of less than 15 minutes. 32 lies. 32 lies. Is this not unbelievable to anybody else? Guys, please reach out to the judge. She's told 32 lies in the initial injunction hearing. She wants the power to have people fired. She wants the power to have people jailed. She has that power now. She's got it. She's got the power, right? And that's where he is. He's in jail. All right. I will, Sassy. It doesn't sound like he's
One to connect to 520-724-3708.
You have reached the desk of Gina Specker, JAA to the Honorable Douglas Metcalf, Division 16 at Pima County Superior Court. I am unable to take your call at this time, so please leave your name, phone number, case number, and a brief message, and your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you.
Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hey Gina, talking about CR 202510600001. I was just reaching out. I wanted to see if the Honorable Douglas Metcalf had the opportunity to get through this entire anti-SLAPP motion, because I feel like it's got to be time to act, right? We're over here and we're listening to the Pima County Superior Court, this initial injunction hearing. Shannon Walker has told 32 lies under oath in a matter of 13 minutes, sir. She talks about desiring to have the power to have another man's wife fired from her job. It's not too much of a stretch to imagine that she desires the power to have him caged as well. And it looks like she's winning, sir. This is so outrageous. Sir, we need honorable judges, please. I implore you. I implore you to do the right thing. Everybody is watching. The whole world is watching, sir. Do the honorable thing. If you want to give me a call back, please call me back. 520-608-5600. 520-608-5600. Please call me back. What's happening to what you have the power, sir, to get him. We're talking about an innocent man sitting in jail. There should be no greater concern in your mind right now. I get it, he's loud. I get it, he's boisterous. Sir, you swore an oath as well. Please, sir, honor your oath. I'm so worked up, guys. It's not even funny. Bad apple. I'll put money on the fact that will not happen. This will not happen. I will bet any amount of money that will not happen. There's zero chance that Lane Myers is going to be convicted. He will emerge from this 31-0 or 34-0 or whatever. I don't know how many more charges they stacked on him yesterday. I think it was 4, so that'd be a 34-0. Come on, man.
Obviously, you're not going to hand it to him yourself. But, it's important, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know. If he violates this, you must call the police. It is only as good as you are in enforcing it. And if you want this to truly protect you, be sure to take advantage. The court's not an enforcement mechanism. It's the police that will enforce this, but do not hesitate to call them if he violates this in any way. Okay?
One question that I do have is regarding the videos that currently exist, as well as additional videos, which I do think you are correct, this will likely incite more of a reaction. Does this injunction get...
I wonder why. Are we at 35? We're at 35 lies. She wonders why. She's confused. She's confused why, guys. Send her... She needs some emails. Send her the clip. It's too big to clip. It's way too big to clip. The section out. Jason Zwack, wherever you are, clip out the analysis of this hearing. Lay over the top your analysis of her lies. Please let me know if you have spotted any other lies that I might have missed.
Harassment, provide any sort of protection for additional videos or any sort of enforcement for him to take down the current ones.
What are they going to do, Warren? Put him in jail? Do you not understand what's happening, dude? Now, Gray, I'm very familiar with the court system, and if you think getting your subscribers to email and call the judge is going to help Lane, it's not. What are they going to do? Put him in jail? Is that what they're going to do, Warren? Are they going to put him in jail? For me being outraged? Are they going to put Lane in jail? Is that what's going to happen? But we're supposed to take things that you say seriously, right? You're supposed to be a serious person. Cool story, bro.
would be up to a prosecutor. I'm really not sure how they would interpret that. I think the ones that are already posted, I think you're going to have a hard time getting those down, just because of the nature of the internet. I think, though, that if that is something that you should probably pursue with the prosecutor's office or through a police report if you want to try to do something with that. That would be my advice.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure how far this is going to get you from stopping those, but if you don't call the police and try, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Right. Okay. And I guess that's my primary concern is not just him, but the harassment that he is inciting through those. So.
And, you know, I think those could possibly be seen as third-party contact, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it's not going to get you any.
Okay, Warren. What's your suggestion? Warren sends Shannon Walker emails and phone calls telling her that I'm also a lunatic, that the lunatic is alive, talking about you. Warren's not okay with Lane being in jail, but doesn't think we should call the judge. What does Warren think we should do? What's your solution, Warren? Listen, if it's better than mine, bro, I'm all for it. Where's it at? Where's your suggestion, Warren? You want to call Warren? Warren, if I call, will you pick up? We can talk about it. I'll give you a call. Warren, I want to let you know this call is being recorded. Warren didn't want to talk.
Where? Right. Okay. And I guess that's my primary concern is not just him, but the harassment that he is inciting through those.
Okay, what's going to help? Maybe it's not going to help. But it's not like they're going to put him in jail for calling the judge. He's already in jail, bro. They can't do anything. Do you not get it? He's in jail. Like, this is the worst thing. Like, the only thing worst is what they actually want, which is him dead, right? But this is as bad as it gets. But we shouldn't reach out to the judge. We shouldn't reach out to the one person that has the ability to set the man free. Don't call him. Hide his info. Make it so the judge doesn't hear a word about it and doesn't know that anybody's upset. Cool story, bro.
And, you know, I think those could possibly be seen as third-party contact, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's going to depend on how the prosecutor's office wants to interpret that.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay.
Crooked.
Do you have any more questions for me today? Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Oh, what's that? Guys, you hear that in the background?
Do you have any more questions for me today? Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Grande, that's right. I mean, that's the thing. It's not about getting him access to the law library in the jail, which likely doesn't even exist. Right? But there's Matt whispering, make him stop because we're at the end of the hearing. Make it stop because if you don't make it stop, we're going to go to judge shopping.
Your Honor, does this order, injunction against harassment does it encompass any future videos?
It should, but again, it's going to be up to the interpretation of especially if
didn't get what you wanted. Matt says, what about future videos? future videos. Well, it should, but I'm not going to actually order it, because if I actually ordered it, I mean, what I've done so far isn't bad enough apparently, but if I order it, then I'm liable for that order,
Video
right?
is like directed directly at you. I think it becomes a little questionable if it's a general, generic, you know, that's really going to come down to interpretation.
Okay.
Does that help at all? I wish I could offer more than that.
No, we very much appreciate, Your Honor. Thank you. I think that's all.
We'll go ahead and we'll get this in place. You could go back to room 203. They'll get you all the information. It should be through to you shortly, okay?
Thank you very much.
I wish you the best, both of you.
All right. October 9th, 2024. Sassy, how many lies did she tell? All right, we're going to end it pretty soon here, guys. We're going to get through. If he starts talking about the second judge, we're going to... That's actually the next paragraph. So we're going to stop there. So I'll read this paragraph again, just so we can kind of get a basis for where we're leaving off and where we need to pick up in a couple hours. Mr. Myers' investigation into judicial proceedings underlying Mrs. Walker's injunction revealed what Mr. Myers describes as corruption. Mr. Myers' investigation showed that during Mrs. Walker's testimony before Judge Dawn Weiland on October 9th, 2024, Ms. Walker alleged multiple acts or contacts by Mr. Myers that did not occur. In other words, Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Mrs. Walker lied. How many times? How many times did she lie? We're at 33? We're at 33. 33 times. She lied under oath 33 times. I don't, can, even if somebody is not objective in the chat, non-objective people, were any of the lies that we identified, were they not actually lies? Or were we honest and diligent to make sure that what was being alleged as a lie was actually a lie? In less than 15 minutes. How many minutes is that? Less than 15 minutes, right? Yep. In less than 15 minutes, she told 33 lies. But don't worry. Don't worry, guys. She's packed full of integrity. Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Mrs. Walker lied under oath 33 times to obtain an injunction against him. Mr. Myers' investigation showed that Judge Weiland did not probe or question Mrs. Walker's testimony. Mrs. Walker and Judge Weiland laughed and joked during the hearing. Judge Weiland declined to order the removal of Mr. Myers' YouTube videos, but issued an injunction against harassment against Mr. Myers based on Mrs. Walker's false testimony and 33 lies under oath. 33 lies under oath. All right, guys. Well, (3.5 hours), and we're 3 pages into this. Shannon, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day, Shannon. I don't even know if we have enough time, because we're going to have to do this with the other hearings. We're going to have to dissect every single lie. This is going to take days. Days, Shannon. It's probably going to take weeks to expose all your lies. But don't worry. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I want to thank the chat for coming in today. I really appreciate the feedback, Sassy. I really appreciate you being the note keeper for the day. My mods, I appreciate you guys so much. There's a ton of contact information in the description. Please use that contact information. There's also a way to reach out to Lane. You can send him a voicemail. If he's got your number, he can call you back. Or if you leave your number, he can call you back. Say something uplifting. Let him know that we're not sleeping on him. How about that? If you guys call Lane, you let him know that we're not sleeping on him. That we're not going to let Shannon get away with it. We're going to expose every single lie, Shannon. We're going to expose all of them. All of them. Reach out to the Honorable Douglas Metcalf. What's being done, guys? I don't need to belabor it. It's worth fighting for. If you won't stand up for this, how bad does it have to get before you actually stand up? 33 lies. Shannon Walker said that Lane was her ex. She told a police officer that Lane Myers was her ex. That's what kind of person this is. But don't worry, Shannon. Don't worry, Matt. Posterity is a long time. Long fucking time. Alright, love you guys. Maybe, I don't know, a couple hours. I need to get some stuff done. But we'll resume right where we left off on page 3 of this anti-SLAPP motion. Really appreciate you guys coming in. But please make your voices heard. 300 people. There's 300 people in here. Wow. Thank you guys for being here. Please make your voices heard. Please stand up. Please. Guys, I don't ask for a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't. And then just for good measure, in case all these people forgot, the First Amendment of the Constitution: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for redress of grievances. Guys, the right to petition the government for redress of grievances is the right to make a complaint to, or seek the assistance of, one's government without fear of punishment or reprisals. Love you guys. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you a little later this afternoon. Leave him a voicemail. Send him an email.